Hey everyone, it's Armstrong here from Adai Miniatures, and today I couldn't decide what to build, so I will be converting this into this. So it is my second attempt at the monster truck. The first one was with a giant plow. This one has some sort of a ram in the front and rocket launchers and so on. But it's mostly trash bashed, only 3D printed pieces here, well, and the barrels. Yeah, and if you're interested what is the mod on the wheels, you don't have to really guess. It's a baking soda. It's a paint mixed up with baking soda. I didn't use any new materials. I just used this, what I always use. Yeah, so let's get into the movie. Now that we are on the table, I have this crappy monster truck. It's a plastic piece altogether. No, the cabin is, I think, metal. But I have it for a while now and I completely forgot about it. It was just, collecting dust in my box. When I opened it, I was like, I didn't remember that one. Yeah, so, So I'm looking at this and, the wheels are crap because they are hollow inside. Yeah, and then, this plastic exhaust, it's again, not completely, I'm looking for the right word. It's not completely molded. There is actually a gap on the bottom, and what I was thinking is cutting this and putting them on the side as a chimney, like on the truck. So let's just get into it straight away, yeah, and not dilly-dally anymore. So I'm just thinking, if I cut it here when I'm gonna be flipping it, I'm probably gonna have a chance that it's gonna fit on the other side. But this plastic is a little bit harder than I was expecting. I'm a bit afraid that I might have, like with the other blade, I could break the blade. And with broken scalpel blades, a lot of bad things can happen. So yeah, just get the angle and hope for the best. Come on, stop slipping. And I remember that some time ago I wanted to work on this car, so I did put this plastic spacers in here into the wheels, because those wheels was wiggling into every direction and this was annoying the living hell out of me. So yeah, let's see if flipping them well, it doesn't look horrible here. Yeah, the connection isn't of course perfect, but if I put some rust on it, it's gonna definitely mask the fact it was cut off, and I can put them under a little bit of angle, so that's fine. So that's the first bit of the conversion. Yeah. All right, so come on. Like this have to happen to me every single time when I'm working on something, the super glue gets stuck. Don't know why, but every time. All right. And my cat is in the singing mood today, so you're gonna probably hear him through the entire video. As even giving him snacks didn't convince him to stop singing. Oh my goodness, this doesn't want to glue at all. Just glue some extra super glue. I didn't know that this plastic is so bad to glue, but now I know, so let's just help it with sticking to the surface. And you thought that I ain't gonna be using baking soda up to the painting stage. Silly you people, silly you. So yeah, and the other side. So let's just do this and something like this. This hopefully, you know, gonna find at least one good connection point. There we go. And just a little bit more super glue in here. And baking soda. And I just bumped it. That was smart. Okay, now that you have, you know, your car fully covered in baking soda, get a little bit of flour, yeah, 2 eggs, a pint of sugar, and you have a monster cake, I guess. All right, so what's next? I have these 2 pipes, you know, sticking out. They don't look terribly good, but they don't look massively bad either. Yeah. Just wonder, do I want to put any of those 3D printed engines on the hood? But no, it doesn't work in the slightest. Like, I have this giant thing. Yeah. And because, you know, like, if I cut it, the front, and I put it in, that would be an awesome looking engine, but nah. Now I need to figure out what I want to put on that car, because this is probably as far as I went. So on the back, a giant fuel can, yeah, just strapped to the back of it. But I learned my lesson from the previous 2 gluings. And of course, need to sand it a little bit, and I'm gonna just attach it like that. And we know exactly where the connection point is gonna be. So yeah, spare fuel, giant fuel can, don't ask questions. We all know that this doesn't work, especially when you are building something completely weird. And what else? I don't have any good pieces that I want to use. So I found this from my old computer. Yeah, this is I think it is speaker / headphones port. I have this giant capacitor. Yeah, but just kind of way too big. Do I have any smaller one? It's pretty much the same size. Let's just dump this bag and see what we have. Yeah. So this is what I do. I grab all of the pieces from the computer, yeah, and I toss them into the bag for future use. This is, like this is the port that you normally connect your power to. And this is a piece of a I think this is a USB socket, not USB, the RAM socket or something like that. But these big capacitors, they look cool. You can use them as a fuel tanks, for example, for your hover cars. I have one, I think Lamborghini or something like that I converted with one of those actually sticking out of the floor. But yeah, let's think. I have this. This can work as some sort of a armor plating. Of course, there is no places really on that, to put it, but maybe in here. I don't know if I can remove the mirror, which is as needed in here as I don't know. I'm trying to find the word, but I cannot. And I'm a bit worried, but this is gonna be shooting in my face, so yeah. Yeah, this looks like some sort of weird armor. So I'm just gonna cut the corner off and glue it. It's gonna be the door armor. And I was thinking, what I want to do, and I was discussing today or yesterday about how one of my videos have 4,000 something views and the others barely reach 100, and we came to somewhat of a conclusion that maybe the word trash bash is responsible for that. Yeah, so this is gonna be a trash bash today. Yeah, I'm just figuring out what I want to use, from this PC pieces, and like these ones. Yeah, I don't know what exactly they are, but I love the shape of them, and how they create this extra texture, and I tend to put them somewhere on the side, or even on the hood as some sort of ornament or something. But I'm thinking about this, just putting this in the back. Not sure because again, this is stuff that I would normally throw out because this is a PC, so old PC boards. Yeah, but this may work in here as some sort of armoring. Not sure. Like these ones, yeah, if you have time and patience, you can use that in a terrain piece, yeah, and leave it as a glass tube, and it's gonna look perfect. Oh, I have second one of those. All right, so I can armor up the other side, and it's gonna be somewhat symmetrical, like it was actually planned. Wow, that's gonna be something that people gonna be surprised about. One of my builds with something planned on it. So let's just cut off the corner. And glue it in here. So 2 giant armor plates. I like it. Yeah. And all of these little dots, they're gonna be great for dry brushing later on. They're gonna just grab to the paint. Great. All right, this I'm just wondering, as the monster truck is really not well defined in the game. Well, it is well defined. It is a monster truck, but do we really need a weaponry? I think that just armor and cool stuff on it could be good enough. So I have this bit. I don't know what it's called. I don't know what it's from exactly. It was on the motherboard. So I'm just gonna stick it to the hood. It's gonna be here, and of course I have this capacitor, and Those one was used in the 14 days of Gaslands to the great extent, so definitely gonna be added here. They're just, you know, because one side is of course for the driver, so the other side, the way decisions are always so hard for me. So yeah, I'm gonna have this one next to this. And let me just see what else do I have in here that's interesting. Like, I really like this shape, yeah? This looks like something I could put on the front. It could be some sort of weaponry, actually. Or under. Yeah. So I'm just gonna cut off these pieces, because they are... Yeah, and you know, when you do that, please, you know, aim at something that you don't care about, like don't aim at your wife. Unless you're one of those types who, you know, don't care. Yeah, but you know, try to aim at the wall, because this is gonna be bouncing everywhere. And, you know, this is something, you know, it increased the overall menacing of the front. Yeah, so it could be, I don't know, triple rocket launcher mounted up front or something. Or a ram, or explosive ram, or something. Again, I'm not monster truck specialist. To be completely honest, I only know about the existence of monster trucks from movies. Never seen one in real life. This, yeah, I like it on the top of the car. This could be some sort of a speaker system. Sorry, I'm just gonna move this, all of that trash a little bit farther, so it ain't gonna be sitting in the main view, and I can have my truck back in here. So where were I? This. I just want to attach it as some sort of a speaker or something. This is a Type 3 USB port. Not that it really makes much of a difference, but I think that Type 3s are blue. This used to be a rocket launcher for one of the cars. Well, it's still on it, but... this... don't know. But I was thinking about that. You know, like... it is a... Every time I come around this piece, I wonder what to do with it, because these two bits in here are just annoying. And I know that cutting them off probably gonna be a nuisance. And, you know, my clippers ain't gonna survive stuff like that. So I'm just gonna try... no. Oh! That was easier than I was expecting. Yeah, with my pliers. And now this can work in here as a radiator, ram, and this can be a rocket launcher under the ram. I don't know why he would need a ram, as he would be so far above everything else, but why not? Yeah, maybe he will be fighting other monster trucks. Right, there is this kind of rubbery material here, so I just remove it for checking where the adhesion point is gonna be. This and this, so again, some sanding just to ensure some better adhesion. And yeah, I know that there's gonna be connection point here, here, and definitely here. Now just getting it ever so slightly over the holes so it's gonna be covering them. Yep. It's changed the character of the car straight away. And from more rounded, this looks like it can take a beating from the front. I like it, I like it. Now, I have plenty of the USB ports, but I don't see a use for them in here. And you know, I have these wooden barrels, I could probably use them in the back, but two of them really do not feel this at all. I have this metal barrel, which definitely would look much in place. Yeah, so I think that I just gotta throw those barrels in as just, you know, extra thing to have in here. And you see this pipe already broke off, so I'm gonna just add super glue. And then some baking soda, of course, yeah, just to reinforce that point. Yeah, but I want to add those barrels, you know, they're gonna help me, you know, figure out what sort of purpose this car have. And again, this is one more, you know, of the transport vehicles, I guess, for the gangs. Okay, this super glue is done. Where do I have more? Okay, I have the big tube. So here you have the barrels of fuel or water or whatever you want to count them as, or maybe mixture of, you know, fuel and water. And I'm just looking at these things, yeah, and if you just get rid of the wires, they look like some sort of sacks. Yes, I can throw one just in here to, you know, wedge it in between, so it's gonna help holding everything together. You know, it can be, you know, some sort of his pack. So yeah. All right. And I just look at this and I like it. I want this on that car. So I'm gonna be putting this on the hood as well. I want those wires going down. And I need to see if I actually gonna be able to put that in. Yes, just barely, but yes. So this is gonna go in the middle, I guess. And I'm just, you know, I'm wondering what those pieces, you know, would be, but I don't know, maybe some extra, you know, power or whatever. Maybe this is just a huge stick of dynamite, you know, to blow this off. Yeah, but that would probably kill the car anyway. I have this bit and it looks interesting from the inside. I'm just thinking about mounting this maybe on the window here, and I don't know what it's gonna be. It's just gonna be attached there. All right. And where are these little rails? If I can break one in half, I could have it on the driver's side hood. All right. And here it is, slightly disgruntled monster truck. Yeah, like I would definitely change the wheels, but I don't have any better ones. Yeah, and those pipes, you know, I would think about filling them with green stuff, but I don't have the time today. Yeah, there's always a good excuse, not having a time. And you know, so I'm gonna now grab a black paint, black bomb it, and be right back with you. And it's black. Yeah, so I black bombed it and I have my metallic paint ready. And of course I'm gonna go with the dry brush, as this is a easiest and fastest way to get it looking nice and metallic, and then I can roast it out to my heart content. Yeah, so let's just empty the brush somewhat, not too much. I want a lot of metallic on that. You know, this this is probably my favorite part of that, you know, just getting the paint to work this well. Not too many other colors or, you know, techniques works that well that quickly, but I don't think that there is any that work this well this quickly. And now the wheel wells, I'm gonna have to come back to the wheels themselves with the black paint. Yeah, I just want the hubcaps, if that's the right word, to be painted properly. But yeah, from ton of trash, you know, we have this done. It was very quick. Just emptied my water. And you know, most of the people will tell you, you know, don't mix the water, and that's true. Yeah, mixing regular and metallic water isn't a good idea, but in here we don't care about that. So yeah, I have this painted, and now I want to start roasting it up. And of course I'm gonna be using the two paints that I decided on earlier that are good for this. Yeah, but I need to mix them up first, you know. And well, I don't know whether you can see it, but today I got myself a new toy. Well, not today, some time ago. This is a vortex mixer, yeah, and I can tell you this is a great tool for mixing paints. Yeah, like if I was hyperbolic, I would say that it cure cancer. But to be completely honest, it really helps me with mixing paints. You know, it's just a few seconds and the paint is fully mixed. Yeah, and even if you have very old and, you know, kind of stubborn paints that are on the edge of being dried, after you add some, in my case I'm adding a airbrush thinner, yeah, to it, and mix it for about a minute on that, you can pretty much revive any old paint. Yeah, as long as it isn't properly dry. Okay, let's get back to the painting setup. All right, so we have this, we have the two paints that I'm using, and I need to grab my rusting brush. The poor guy got, you know, delegated strictly to making rust now. Oh, this just goes off so much better. The same with that paint, like I can see a difference straight away, so I'm very happy. And where am I gonna be putting rust? First of all, I want to have rust around here, around the connections that I cut. Yeah, so baking soda, and I'm starting of course from the darker red color, and I want it to be just caked around here on this pipe, and the other one as well, because this is gonna somewhat hide the fact that it isn't perfectly glued together. Like this connection is actually much better than the other one, but still. And you know, those plates in here, they can probably use some rusting. In here, this edge, and this in here, as this is, you know, entirely painted as a metallic, it can easily benefit from some more rust. And you know, I can have fun, you know, experimenting with what I sort of discovered, because I did use baking soda for a lot of other stuff, and you know, I noticed that when you cover it, it creates almost a rust texture. But still, I didn't use that much, you know, to my advantage. And now this really, you know, helps me. So I'm very happy about it. Oh yeah, and I'm not keeping the car in the view like always. Sorry about that. But you can see how even if you just paint with a normal paint and then you add the baking soda, it still works. Yeah, because the paint is your glue in that case, and baking soda just, you know, is soaking the glue. All right, and I want some on the undercarriage as well. So here, and I know that normally I would completely skip painting undercarriage, but this is a monster truck, so this can be visible during the game, and you want your monster truck to present itself somewhat. Yeah, so let's just have it rusted in here as well. Some more over here, some in here. I think that I'm overdoing all of that a little bit. But you know, it is like with the new toy. When you find something new and you like it, you tend to overdo it a little bit. And then when you get used to it, you may even forgot the time when you were just going crazy about it. So I think that I'm in this, you know, honeymoon period of that relationship. So sorry if all of my cars now gonna be rusters, yeah? Just I can kind of foresee it happening. And now the orange. Oh, there's some red that I didn't want here, but that's fine. So yeah, again, this is just caking another layer of the baking soda and paint, because you know the red gonna be still visible, but orange is more of a rust color in my opinion. But what's happening quite often is this, that I don't know that you realize that, but a lot of stuff is painted with a red anti-corrosive paint. Yeah, and when the rust starts actually popping through, you can see the remainders of this red anti-corrosive paint. At least, you know, in Poland, when I was working as a plumber, that was the case. We were painting a lot of stuff in this red paint. Okay, this is just too much. Yep. And this time, you know, I'm avoiding just covering all of the red in orange, because like yesterday I almost got everything covered in the orange, so there was very little of red left behind. I think that this could really use some more red and orange together. So let's just add some extra in here and in here. Then go back to an orange. And just a bit more. Yeah, and this is nicely roasted out. I think that I'm gonna leave it as is with the roast. Now I want my blues, because I want to paint the window. There is not much left of it. Actually, I can see one more place that I can do a little bit roast. And it's in here. And I'm gonna leave it, because I'm gonna start coming back to it and coming back and coming back, and this is gonna be never-ending story. Although I have still a couple of places to mask with the... You remember the place where I needed to get some baking soda to reinforce the gluing step? I just want to hide it under the rust. The same on this side. Yeah, and that's enough hiding. Going back and forward is, you know, happening every single time that I paint stuff. Actually, painting the, you know, for Gaslands really changed my approach to painting. I tend to do stuff in much more in one go than in a couple of, you know, coming back and forward, so this really helps. Although, you know, if you really want something nicely painted, you need to go back and forward and just fix up your mistakes. Gaslands, thanks God, there are no mistakes, just maybe happy accidents or bad accidents. Yeah, well, rule of carnage, come on, we all know it. And where is the lighter blue now? I mix up so many paints today, they cannot find it. Oh. So I'm just gonna mix a little bit of this one. It's a bit glossy. Yeah, but oh, this is the best this paint was mixed ever. And I was trying to use it so many times, but my hand just simply don't have so many RPMs as this little engine. All right. And now I have to come back with a hair dryer, dry it off, and then we're gonna be doing a weathering. Yeah, and since this is roasted already, we're gonna be doing weathering, and it is a monster truck. We're gonna be doing weathering mostly on the wheels and the undercarriage. Right, I have my two colors of, you know, my usual weathering out, and I mix it with a little bit of red by accident, and my giant brush, and I'm gonna start going over the wheels, and I want the wheels, you know, to be caked in that color. So yeah. And then the undercarriage, yeah, even the pieces that I roasted nicely. Yeah. And I want some, oh my goodness, I removed everything from this, sorry, from the viewer. I want, this, kind of step here a little bit dirty as well. The same on the other side, there is this step, I want it dirty. I want this in here, up to pretty much the bodywork. I don't want the bodywork to be too dirty, from this. But then, we have this done. Yeah, but that's just the beginning of the weathering, because how I use the what do you call them? Let's come back to me the word. I lost it. How I used not weathering powders, but like a cheap makeup for weathering. You can do exactly the same, at least I think so, with baking soda and paint when you want to make a mod-ish kind of stock to the wheels, pieces of dirt. Yeah, so again, experimentation with baking soda commence. So more baking soda, and let's just start caking this in here. Yeah, and of course there was some red under it, but look at that. Yeah, this really works. Yeah, and because you mix it with paint, it's stock inside of your paint job on that wheels. And those wheels, like I said, I'm probably gonna replace them at some stage when I'm gonna 3D print better ones. But right now I didn't want to do that, as I don't have that much time today. And I'm sorry for constantly escaping today from the viewer. I moved the camera ever so slightly to the side, and I don't know even for what reason. It's not like this side of the desk is less messy than the other side. I just somewhat weirdly I put it in this position, and that's main reason why I'm constantly getting out of the viewer. So one side and now the other side. You're gonna have to open a new pack of baking soda. Unfortunately, I have it way enough of that. I think that I still have about 3 packs. And it's look, in my opinion, much better than my previous attempts, to cake the dirt, mud on the wheels. You can see how the texture is collecting on the wheel. And of course, you don't have to have it everywhere on the wheel. You can leave some spots empty of it. All right, some water, and back to this. And I want some more here. Like, this is the places that I think that, if they drive through a mock, or they drive over someone, and the blood and the dirt gonna mix up together and just collect on. And I know that this video is probably gonna be extremely long because of that, but yeah. This is what's happened when you give me new toys. Yes, and I think that the painting is done for today. So I will just clean up the desk a little bit, of course dry it off, and be right back with the spin table. And here we have it, my trash bashed monster truck. It's rusted, it's dirty, it's menacing somewhat. Yeah, and to be completely honest, I was a bit afraid that this car ain't gonna really work too well for, you know, various reasons. Like this bit is quite crappy. Yeah, but you know, if you just ignore the wheels, it's really turned out well. Yeah, so I'm modestly happy about this entire build. So yeah, if you liked it, you know, rate, comment, subscribe, share with friends, family, strangers, if you can. Yeah, and of course, since this is the end of the video, have a lovely day and take care.